Good evening and welcome to Greater Hartford Twilight League Baseball tonight from South Windsor, the South Windsor Phillies. And first pitch ball from Bender. And line drive base hit to left field. We'll put Risley on with a leadoff single. And here steps up Tyler Pina, the left fielder. And People's United has a runner in scoring position right away here in the top of the first. And a high fly ball toward right center field, way back, and it is gone, a home run. A two-run shot for Tyler Pina here in the top of the first, and People's United jumps out early on the South Windsor Phillies. Tyler Pina, one of the league leaders in home runs. Tyler Pina showing some great contact there, and South Windsor is down 2-0. And the center fielder, Thad Zentek, fouls the ball off on the left side. Right near us. Bender's 1-1 to Zentek. Is in the dirt. 2-1. Tyler Pina now tied with the league lead in home runs with 4. He and Peter Barrows. And Zentek takes a walk. So 3 batters. And 3 players on base, and here's the second baseman, Darren Grabowski. Zentek leads off first. And Bender's behind on Grabowski, 1-0. Another ball up high. 2-0 now to Grabowski. Zentek on first. 2-0 Peoples. Here early in the top of the first. And another line drive, base hit to left field. And Zentek will advance to second. So 2 runners on here, still no one out for South Windsor. And Mac Finnegan steps up to the plate. So 4 consecutive batters have reached safely here in the first. And Finnegan takes first pitch strike on the outside corner. From Bender. And ball down low. Oh, and check swing. Called there. And here goes Zentek stealing third, and the throw down lands in left field. So Zentek's going to score on the stolen base and the error on the throw from the catcher. Grabowski at second now. Finnegan comes in at 345, 19 for 55. And a big swing and a miss there. And Bender has his first out. And here's the third baseman, Will Woods. And a ground ball base hit to right field. Grabowski's going to come in and score on the throw. Woods will move to second. The throw from Richards, the right fielder, was late. And Peoples has themselves a 4-0 lead. So a single for Woods, and the advance to second on the throw to the plate. And Peoples will send their 7th batter, first baseman Rami Jadala, to the plate. Jadala comes in. This is his 11th game appearance. 6 for 28 on the season. Go with 6 walks. Woods at second. No one keeping a close eye on him at the moment. And here's a pitch from Bender. A ball up high. Brings the count to 2-2. For Joe Bender, his 7th appearance. He's 1-3 with a 3.97 ERA. Comes in giving up 29 hits in 30 innings. 21 runs, 17 of them earned. And a ball high and outside. Brings the count even. Woods at second. 1 out, 4 runs in here at the top of the first for Peoples United. And strike 3 called looking. Bender has his 2nd strikeout. And his 28th of the season. of his 6 appearances, he has started 5 of them. And here is Nate Ayala, the designated hitter. And a swing and a miss there. People's United comes in at 13-9. They are 4.5 games back of league leader Record Journal Expos. In the meanwhile, South Windsor Phillies are looking for their 9th victory. They are bunched up. In the bottom half of the standings, 2 games behind Ulbrich Steel, and 1 game back of Malib Jewelers. And Ayala takes a third strike looking. And so Bender gives up 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 runs in, and 3 strikeouts. Kind of tale of 2 cities for Joe Bender here in the first inning. For People's United around the infield, first base Rami Jadala, second base is Darren Grabowski. The third baseman is Will Woods, and the shortstop Jack Risley. Left to right, Tyler Pina, Thad Zentek in center, and Mac Finnegan, the right fielder. The catcher is Ted Elsner, and on the mound for Peoples is right-hander Cody Fisher. Fisher comes in at 5-1. This is his 9th appearance in 38 1/3 innings. He's given up 34 hits, 15 runs, 11 of them earned, a 2.01 ERA. For South Windsor, their lineup leading off and playing second base, Aiden Waja. The third baseman, Aiden Brennan, is batting second. The third baseman, Brody Labby, is the center fielder batting third. Batting fourth is the catcher, Caleb Tortolette. Batting fifth is shortstop, Luke Terrence. And we'll get to the rest of the lineup in just a moment. Aiden Waja stepping up here in the bottom of the first. And South Windsor going to try and chip away at a 4-0 People's lead. And a ground ball towards short. Risley backhands it, throw to first. Radala is going to be in time. So South Windsor now, 1 batter, 1 pitch, 1 out. And here's Aiden Brennan. Brennan comes in 15 for 55, a 273 batting average. He's got 8 walks and 9 RBIs. And foul back there. Back to the lineup for a moment. Batting sixth, The left fielder, Anthony Stiegler. Batting seventh is the right fielder, Kyle Richards. Batting eighth, designated hitter, Mike Cookson. And batting ninth is the first baseman, Dorian Tanasi. And curveball there fouled off. Fisher, disciplined starting pitcher for Peoples. Looking for a ball low here. And a line drive to Risley, another backhander in the hole. Throw to first, and that's in time. A nice play there by Jack Risley for the second out. So two hard hit balls toward the hole. This last one, Risley on the edge of the outfield grass. And here's the center fielder, Brody Labby. Labby comes in 18 for 31. One of the league leaders in hits and batting average, 581. And a tapper foul along the third baseline. Labby's got 3 walks and 11 runs scored. So 2 down. Risley right behind second base. Almost a full shift, but not quite. And Labby squares a bunt with Woods far back, shaded more toward almost in the shortstop position. Grabowski on the grass in the outfield. And Labby strikes out looking. So for Cody Fisher, 1-2-3 in the first. We go to the second. It's 4-0 Peoples. Baseball fans, a reminder, Greater Hartford Twilight League appreciates you listening and viewing our live stream broadcast tonight from South Windsor. Our producer, Macon Jeffries, I'm Dan Sacchi with your play-by-play. Greater Hartford Twilight League will begin their playoff series coming up in just a few days at Trinity Field on August 3rd. The 5th, Monday the 5th. So Monday the 5th. Correction there by manager Tom Abruzzi. Okay, we don't have to give the name. Okay, it may have been manager Tom Abruzzi. We're not sure. But we do have our playoffs coming up at Trinity Field. Come on down. We'll have games every night from the 5th through Monday the 5th through the following weekend. A double elimination tournament. And here is catcher Ted Elsner. And pop behind the catcher and out of play. Elsner comes in 14 for 56. This is his 21st game appearance of the season. And a high pop towards second base. Waja under it. And Elsner is retired with the first out. And people turns the lineup over. And here's the leadoff batter, Jack Risley. Risley singled in the first. And ball high and tight. His 25th hit of the season. He came in with a .414 batting average. With 10 walks. And his 18th run. The first one across the plate in the top of the first. And a line drive off of the glove of Bender. Waja able to pick that up as it headed toward right center field. And Risley is retired now with the second out. And here's Tyler Pena. Pena 18 for 57. Now 19 for 57. 4 home runs. He picked up his 15th and 16th RBIs of the season. Came in tonight batting .316. Pena takes a strike looking. Here's a pitch from Bender. And strike down to knees. Pena down here, 1-2. And foul back. So Pena stays alive. No one on, 2 down. We're in the top of the second. Peoples with 4 runs in the top of the first. And foul back. We're on one of the back fields here at Nevers Park, Rotary Field. And a big swing and a miss there. So Bender, with his 4th strikeout, retires the side in order. He settled down, and we go to the bottom of the second, 4-0 Peoples over at Rotary Field, where the South Windsor Phillies normally have their home games tonight. American Legion tournament is on at that location. And there is quite a few people there. There are quite a few people there watching Waterford and Southington. Back here for Twilight Baseball. South Windsor will have Tortolet, Terrence, and Stiegler to see if they can get runners on and start to chip away at this 4-0 People's United lead. Cody Fisher on the mound in the first. Retired the side. In order. And here's the catcher, Caleb Tortolet. And ground ball toward third. Woods, running play. And the cross-body throw takes a one-hopper to Dalla. Unable to scoop that up. And Tortolet is on at third. And here's the shortstop, Luke Terrence. Terrence's 7th game appearance of the season. He's 2 for 10. Tortolet at third. And Terrence takes the third pitch strike looking. Fisher with his second strikeout of the game. And here is the right fielder, Kyle Richards. Richards 5 for 28 on the season. And the sun peeks through. Some cloud cover here earlier. Home plate facing west. So could be, as that sun peeks in and out, could be a little bit of a challenge for a batter or two here in the second. We're in the bottom of the second, 4-0 Phillies. Tortolet is at third. And check swing, strike. And a line drive towards second. Grabowski fields it. They'll go for the outs. Tortolet will score. And South Windsor has their first run. Pop fly. And Woods with a beautiful running catch in foul territory. To retire Richards. So in the bottom of the second, South Windsor gets their first run across at the end of two. 4-1 Peoples. In the top of the third, Thad Zentek, center fielder, steps up, lead off. And a chopper towards short. And throw in the dirt there. Terrence. And Zentek is on. Second time that he has reached base tonight. He walked and scored for the third run in the first. And Darren Grabowski, the second baseman, steps up. Zentek on first. He's being held on. And a ball up high. And a high fly ball toward right field. And a ground rule double. Ball hops over a right field fence. So Zentek moves to third. Grabowski with his second hit of the game. He's got a single and a double and a run scored. And up steps the right fielder, Mac Finnegan. Finnegan was the first of 3 strikeout victims for Bender in the first inning. But not before he had given up 4 runs. And Peoples with a 4-1 lead here. And Bender looking for some damage control here in the third after a 1-2-3 second. And a pop fly ball center field. Zentek tagging up. He's going to try for home, and the throw home is going to be not in time. A nice throw by Brody Labby, but that fly ball is plenty deep to get Zentek across, and now Peoples United gets that run back and a 5-1 lead. So an RBI for Finnegan. his 21st run batted in of the season. And here's Will Woods. Grabowski leading off second. Woods singled and was left stranded on second in the first. And Grabowski getting some attention from Bender with Waja sneaking in behind him. And Woods takes the ball. Woods comes in with a 400 batting average. 14 for 35 before tonight's action. And another ball up high. And Woods way ahead in the count 3-0. An off-speed pitch. Outside. Puts Woods on first with a walk. So Grabowski at second, Woods at first. And here's Rami Jadala. And a pop fly back of first base side toward the fence will fall on the walking track. Out of play. So Jadala down 0-1. Jadala struck out looking in the first. Oh, ball up high. And a chopper foul of third. Grabowski and Woods will have to return. And Bender ahead here 1-2. With his 4 strikeouts here tonight, he's reached the 30 strikeout mark on the season. One down here in the third. 1 run in and a 5-1 People's lead. Oh, and Jadala is hit on the 1-2. And Jadala not taking kindly to that. Gives the long glare back at Bender before he heads over to first. And here's the designated hitter, Nate Ayala, with the bases loaded and 1 down. And a big opportunity here for Peoples. To put themselves in, this could put them in a huge advantage as we head toward the middle innings. Tortolette out to talk to Bender. Might want to make sure his starting pitcher got the right framework after hitting Jadala. And a ball down low brings the count to 2-1. For Ayala, his 11th game appearance, he is 6 for 19. And a ball down low brings the count to 3-1. Ayala's got 10 walks to go with his 6 hits. Grabowski's off third. And Ayala walks. Grabowski will score. Still one down. For the catcher, Ted Elsner. Elsner has 3 RBIs on the season. Looking to add to that total here with 1 out and the bases loaded. And pop fly infield. A fly rule in effect, infield fly rule. So 2 down now. And we're back to Jack Risley, the shortstop. The 8th batter of this inning. Risley singled and scored in the first, grounded in the second, and a fly ball towards center. Labby under it. He's got plenty of room. And South Windsor gets out of the third. A bases loaded jam, but 2 runs in for Peoples. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 6-1. Peoples United. Leading off for South Windsor here in bottom of the third, designated hitter Mike Cookson. And a fly ball toward left. Pina under it. And Cookson is retired with the first out. And here's the first baseman, Dorian Tanasi. Tanasi, his 20th game. And a ground ball towards short. Risley with a big hopper and the high throw. To Jadala, who comes up with it and lands squarely on first before Tanasi can get there. And here's the second baseman, Aiden Waja. So 2 down. And Fisher's first offering to Labby is about 12 feet shy of the plate. He bounces one in, and the count is 1-0. And an off-speed pitch there brings the count to 1-1. Oh, and Labby takes one. And got a little bit of chirping over there from the first base side. They're probably wondering whether or not that's a little bit of a payback on the Bender hit by pitch to Jadala back in the top of this inning. And here's the third baseman. Aiden Brennan. Brennan batting .273 on the season. And Fisher throws over. Keep Waja close at first. And Waja is going to go. Here's a throw down. It is not in time. Grabowski thought he had him. A nice throw down by Elsner. But looked like Brody Labby had a good jump on that pitch. So now Labby at second with 2 down. And a pop in the infield. Woods, plenty of room, plenty of time. Takes a couple steps in. And a pop out there ends the inning. So we got 3 in the books. It's 6-1 Peoples. So Joe Bender returns now for his fourth inning of work to face the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Tyler Pena. Pena homered in the first, 2-run shot, and struck out in the second to end the inning. And another fly ball deep to left, deep to right, and it is in play on the warning track. Luke Richards keeping that ball on the outfield side of the fence. But another long fly ball there for Tyler Pena. And here's Thad Zentek, the center fielder. Zentek walked in the first, reached on an error in the third. He's got 2 runs scored and a stolen base to sweeten the pot for him. Zentek takes a chance on that second pitch. Swing and a miss. And a ground ball slow to short. Zentek digging it out, and he's going to be in there. That ball just was running out of gas right away. And Zentek has an infield hit. So he's on for the third time in 3 at-bats. And here's Darren Grabowski, who's got a single and a double and 2 runs scored. And the pitch gets by toward the left. So Zentek will move to second. The ball down low. Bender walks Grabowski. And now runners on first and second for Mac Finnegan. Finnegan struck out swing in the first for the first of Bender's 4 strikeouts thus far. And a sacrifice RBI center field in the third. And 2 runners going. And a ball short on the third base to throw to third base will score Zentek, and Grabowski will move to third. So the errant throw to third on the attempted double steal gets Zentek home and Grabowski to third, and now a 7-1 People's lead. Finnegan looking for his 22nd RBI of the season. And a hit by pitch called here. puts runners on first and third. For Will Woods. And a line drive base hit to center field. That's going to be extra bases. Grabowski will score easily. Zentek, oh, it looked like extra bases from here, but Finnegan held up at second. Will Woods is on for the third time, his second base hit of the game. And Rami Jadala, the first baseman, steps up. Jadala struck out looking in the first and was hit by a pitch, left stranded at second. Part of the bases loaded stranded in the third. With one down. Jadala now down. Oh, count even at 1-1. And a strike on the outside corner of the plate. Puts Bender ahead, 1-2. One run in here in the fourth. And the pitch from Bender. And his ball outside. The count runs even now with one down at 2-2. An off-speed pitch outside again. Count full with runners on first and second. One down, the pitch from Bender. And a line drive right back at Bender on one knee. He picks it up and attempts to underhand to first. Is wide of on the home plate side of first base. Sends Finnegan to third, Woods to second. Jadala now on at first. A hot shot. Line drive back at Bender. Gets a glove on it. And on one knee, attempts to underhand the ball over to first, but wide of the bag there. And here's Nate Ayala. Struck out looking to end the first. Walked and was left stranded at first. Back in the third, and here he is in the fourth with the bases loaded and a pop foul of first base toward the bleacher side. Ball down low brings the count to 2-1. And a swing and a miss there. Evens the count at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. So Bender strikes out Ayala for the second time. And 2 down now with the bases loaded. And here's the catcher, Ted Elsner. Elsner flied out twice to second baseman, Aiden Waja. Once in the second, and last inning in the third with the bases loaded. The infield fly rule in effect for the second out. Here's Elsner again with the bases loaded and another chance. Fly ball, pop fly behind the catcher, out of play. Elsner with an opportunity here, once again, to pick up his 4th RBI of the season. We're in the top of the 4th. It's 8-1 Peoples. And the pitch to Elsner is in the dirt. And here's the pitch from Bender. Ball high and outside. Brings the count full with 2 down. And the base is loaded. The payoff pitch from Bender. And a line drive, base hit to left field. In comes Finnegan. Woods to third. And one base at a time for Peoples with the top of the order. Risley coming to bat. So Ted Elsner picks up his 4th RBI of the season. And South Windsor will send their 9th batter to the plate in the way of shortstop Jack Risley. And a hard hit ball to center field. Brody Labby with a running catch out there. Retires the side. But not before Peoples puts 3 more runs back up on the board. And it is 9-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. In other Twilight League action tonight, out in Vernon, Rainbow Graphics visiting the Vernon Orioles and Ulbrich Steel.
What's the score?
Hosting the Record Journal Expos in Meriden at Legion Field. Important games as we head on toward the end of the regular season here. Record Journal Expos holding on to a 2-game lead atop of the standings at 17-4. The Vernon Orioles playing a little bit of catch-up here in second place at 15-6. People's United in third at 13-9. The East Hartford Jets at 12-11. And Ulbrich Steel, the latest of 10-plus win teams, in fifth at 10-12. And here is a center fielder, Brody Labby, with a nice play to end the inning in the top of the fourth. Labby, Tortolet, and Stiegler. Labby struck out looking to end the first. His lone at-bat thus far this evening. And line drive base hit toward second base, and Grabowski with a nice play behind the bag nearly gets Labby, but he's able to run it out. And here's a catcher, Caleb Tortolet. And a pop foul of first. We'll put Cody Fisher head in the count here, 0-1. Fisher working his fourth inning. Has faced two batters above the minimum and a pop fly toward the right side, and Grabowski on the edge of the outfield grass makes the play for the first out. And the left fielder Anthony Stiegler steps up. Labby to second on that last pitch. Labby moves to third, and Luke Terrence is retired for the second out. And here is Anthony Stiegler, the right fielder. And ball in the dirt, and here comes Labby. He's going to score. So Labby scores without the ball, essentially leaving the infield. The infield single, advance to second, and then third and home on a couple of pass balls. And Stiegler grounds one foul at first. And a chopper back to Fisher. Fisher picks it up bare hand over to first, and Jadala scoops it up out of the dirt. Cody Fisher with a nice play behind the mound. A bare hand the ball, showing some agility there to retire the side. The Phillies get one across. At the end of 4, it's 9-2. And for Joe Bender, his night is over, as Mike Cookson, the designated hitter, left-hander, is taking over for him here in the 5th. For Cookson, his second appearance. Of the season, and this is a second relief appearance. Is 1 inning pitched, giving up 1 hit and 1 strikeout. In that 1 inning, he did not give up a run. In the meanwhile, in 3 of the 4 innings thus far for Peoples offensively, they have put up at least 8 batters. In the 1st, 3rd, and 4th. They were retired in order in the 2nd. And turn the lineup over here, and left fielder Tyler Pina steps up. Pina homered with a long, towering shot to right field in the 1st, 2-run homer. Struck out swinging in the 2nd to retire the side, and was the first out leading off last inning to the warning track in right once again. And here with the lefty-lefty matchup. Cookson first pitch for a ball. And a line drive toward left center is going to fall in. And Pina has his second hit of the evening. And here's the center fielder, Thad Zentek. And Pina takes off. Throw down to second is not in time. For Pina, his 6th stolen base of the season. And he's showing 20 hits now with that base hit. And Zentek, big swing and a miss there. No one out. Peanut on second. We are in the top of the fifth. Mike Cookson on here for South Windsor. And curveball inside. Check swing puts Elsner on, puts Zentek on first with a walk. And here Darren Grabowski reached base safely 3 times. 3 runs scored, a single, a double, and a walk. With an opportunity here to do more damage. Nobody out and runners on first and second. And a line drive base hit to left center, and Pina will score easily. And Peoples now in the double digits. Zentek at second. Grabowski, his 3rd hit. And Mac Finnegan steps up to the plate. And Cookson gets strike in there. Count evens up at 1-1. Cookson looks back. Zentek. No one chasing him. And Cookson 2-1. There's a ball up high and outside. Now 3-1. And another ball. So Finnegan walks. That's Cookson's 2nd walk of the game, of this inning. And the base is loaded now for Will Woods. Woods with a fantastic over-the-shoulder catch. Back in the 2nd. I'll check that. Back in the 3rd. I asked Woods after that inning, I said, well, I made a comment. I said, you look like a tight end out there. And he said, oh, I said, that was a position I played. So, over-the-shoulder catch, kind of reminiscent of of a tight end running toward the corner of the end zone and made a nice play. And a big swing and a miss there. And foul back. No one out, the base is loaded. One run in here in the fifth. It's 10-2 Peoples. Here's the pitch from Cookson. And a line drive down the first baseline. Foul. And we'll do it all over again. Ball down low. And a slap. Foul again. Keeps Woods alive. Woods with 12 RBIs coming into tonight's game. Looking to tack onto that total. And a high fly ball toward right center. Way back and gone. A home run. A home run for Will Woods. A grand slam for Will Woods. He's showing his first home run of the season. And a huge night for him with his third hit and a walk. Will Woods with a grand slam home run to right. Extends the People's lead to 14-2. And here's Rami Zadala. Will Woods working that at bat with a couple foul balls down the first base side. Behind on the count early. Gets a hold of one. Our view is a little bit screened. We're exactly even with the third base bag here. And with the third baseman and the third base coach right in our line of view, a little bit tough for us to pick that up as we head into the twilight hour, literally, with the sun setting behind us. And a one hopper, ball four, puts Jadala on, and still no one out here in the fifth. And we got a pinch hitter. Here's Jeff Keenan. And the seventh batter of this inning. And a strike on the outside corner of the plate for Cookson. And now Cookson ahead 0-2. And a line drive toward right. Base hit for Keenan. Keenan, his third appearance of the season. He's now 4 for 9. He's got 4 runs scored. And here's the catcher, Ted Elsner. So the line on Ayala, starting designated hitter, struck out twice and walked. So he ends tonight 0 for 2. And Elsner now with the base hit last inning, RBI. Steps up with no one out and runners on first and second. And runners advance on that pitch. And here's Cookson's offering to Elsner. Ball high and inside. And a ball in the dirt. Here with our producer this evening, Macon Jeffries, giving you the camera angle and the live stream action here from South Windsor. And the top of the order and the ninth batter of the inning in the form of Jack Risley, the shortstop. Risley takes first pitch strike. Cookson still working here in the fifth. The ball up high, throw down to third. Not in time. Tadala diving in. Throw down from Tortolet. Risley 1 for 4 here this evening with a run scored and a stolen base. Jadala at third, Keenan at second, and Elsner at first. And Cookson gets Risley swinging for the first out here in the fifth. And Tyler Pina steps up to the plate. Pina 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Has a chance to do some damage here. With the bases loaded. And now 1-1. And pitch down low. Swing and a miss there by Pena. Now 1-2. 5 runs in here in the fifth. Cookson's 1-2. Oh, and a swing and a miss on a high fastball from Cookson. Cuts down Pena. Pena's second strikeout of the game, and Cookson's second strikeout here on the mound in the fifth. And with 2 down, center fielder Thad Zentek. And a ground ball past the shortstop in the left field will score Jadala. So Zentek now has reached base in each of his 5 at-bats. He's got 2 singles and 2 walks and reached on an error. He's got 4 runs scored. He stands at first. Keenan, the pinch hitter, now designated hitter, and a ground ball foul third. A little bit of a hot shot there for Grabowski. Keenan at second, Elsner at first. Keenan at third, Elsner at second. And Grabowski now 3 for 3 with a walk and 4 runs scored. 2 down here in the fifth. And throw down for first. Not in time. Tortolette trying to get runners leaning. And a base hit to center. Scores Keenan. Seventh run of this inning. Grabowski with a huge night here in South Windsor. Now 4 for 4. Elsner moves to third, Zentek to second. And Mac Finnegan due up here, but not before South Windsor makes a pitching change. And Luke Terrence, the shortstop, now on the mound. And it looks like people will have some changes coming up here in the bottom of the fifth defensively. Cody Fisher warming up here on the side for Peoples. It's unlikely we'll see a change on the mound. And the sun setting. If Fisher can make to the mound in the bottom of the fifth, he'll be looking for a complete game. If they call this on account of darkness, they have to get the bottom of the fifth in first. And here's Nick Freshland, a pinch hitter for Mac Finnegan. And Freshland goes down looking. To end the fifth. But not before damage done. 7 runs. A big fifth inning for People's United. And a 16-2 game. We go to the bottom half. Due up for South Windsor. Richards, Cookson, and Tanasi. The 7, 8, 9. And Cody Fisher back on the mound here. He's given up 2 runs. Only 1 earned. Fly ball towards center is going to be gone. A home run for Luke Richards. Check that, Kyle Richards. For Kyle Richards, his first home run of the season and 4th RBI. Check that 3rd RBI. And here's a pinch hitter, Chris Gibb. Fisher most likely trying to close this game out here. The bottom of the 5th with darkness settling in. Unlikely we'll play beyond this inning. And a ball down low. Oh, Gibb is on. The second batter in a row to reach safely here in the bottom of the 5th. And a ground ball towards short, past the outstretched arms of Risley. A bunch of defensive changes for Peoples. Changes in right field and left field. Colin Sparacco out and left. And Freshlin. And ground ball toward Fisher. Throws down to Risley to get Tanasi. Check that. Gibb at first. And here's Joe Brennan. Wadja lines out to Fisher, and Tanasi is tagged out on the double play. Ball inside. So Brennan's on. Extend the inning. Brody Labby steps up. Labby struck out looking in the first. Singled and scored in the fourth. A run here in the fifth for South Windsor. And a ball outside. And a big hopper to second. Over to Jadala. Will end the game. Our final score, Peoples 14, 16, and South Windsor 3. From South Windsor, Peoples United now with their 14th win on 9 losses. South Windsor Phillies fall to 8-16. Baseball fans, Greater Hartford Twilight Baseball League appreciate you listening and following. Tonight and every night we have live stream. For Macon Jeffries, our producer, I'm Dan Sacchio. Our final score from South Windsor, Peoples United 16 and the South Windsor Phillies 3.